Greetings, my fellow Ammonites. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld False God, episode 49, WildebeestMode. Alright, here we are. Welcome, everybody. Before I start, I like to recap. So, last stream, the big changes was we are working on moving the laboratory so that it is a little bit better protected and we don't have incidents like what happened to Shellbell happen again. I had installed an androids mod, which caused some of the refugees to show up to become androids. So what I did was I modified the androids tiers mod so that that doesn't happen anymore. So I edited it out. Androids won't be showing up for pilgrims or refugees or any other reason. So that's done. Also, you know how they were doing chat interactions, talking about like robots and HAL and all that weird stuff, the Sky Cloud Core? That doesn't happen anymore. So I refactored that. So instead they have heartfelt conversations about pharaohs or ammonites or Amun-Ra. So they're not talking about robots and androids. So that's fixed too. Yeah. And the current project that we're working on that is still the priority up top is moving the laboratory. So we're going to be moving the laboratory up here, moving all this stuff, and just leaving the power generation behind and some of the plumbing, and this becoming a maintenance closet. So you're up to speed, and let's get started. As soon as Amun-Ra makes a little bit more progress on moving the laboratory, I will open up viewer suggestions for polled goals. Oh, we also have a war merchant coming in. How can they tell if they're android or not? Androids do not look human at all, so this is like an android corpse. They are not human-like androids. They are very robotic. Therefore, it's very obvious that they're not one of us. What I do need to do is to disassemble the dead androids that we have since killed. So I'm gonna get Amun-Ra to do that as well. Yeah, they are little tin cans. Even the really advanced androids that sort of mimic humanoids still look tin can-ish. They never look actual human. So definitely have to keep them clear of the colony. So these are just the leftover corpses. To go over some of the events, we were betrayed. The refugees offered to join me a few times, but the ones that wanted to join were the tin can androids, so that was forbidden. And then they eventually betrayed me, so we have their corpses here and here of them. Well, those aren't them. Where's Old Man Mino? Yeah, Old Man Mino over here, where we had to put down the rebellion in, unfortunately, somewhat a violent way. But, you know, that happens. Another thing that we have to work on is to make sure that we're getting enough steel. So as I advance this laboratory here, we're going to need a lot more steel. So I do have a little steel high priority stockpile here so that we can quickly import steel into the lab. It wouldn't actually be a terrible idea to have somewhat of a holding area here where my animal haulers can haul things into a holding area that is still forbidden from the rest of the people. Alternatively, I could just have the animal haulers allowed to haul to the forbidden tech here to move things like components, because honestly, components are never going to be needed anywhere else in the colony. So I will start to work to move that. Just a little reminder, of course, about that is that what I would consider commonplace items in this on this world. Commonplace would be like plasteel, because you can find it in mountains, or components are fine, even though they're like quote-unquote advanced technology. It's fine for the Ammonites to see it because it's not uncommon. Alright, something else that I wanted to do is to unlock the Make Pemmican queue, because we're starting to have a lot of rotted vegetables, so we might as well get that going. And then this war merchant here should be able to buy the weapons that are just sort of lingering in my trap hallway. And Penguin Addie is officially released, having tried to betray us, and we're just letting her go. Or him. Given that beard, I'm guessing a him. Techwolf, thank you for the bits. And Loomis, thank you for the resub, too. Alright, here we go. Lynxes, don't want them. I have 59 components, that's quite a bit. I'm going to sell the smoke leaf joints so nobody gets any ideas about smoking it until it's all gone. That is a very common theme in this colony and is funny until someone collapses in the middle of a fight because they're high. I don't know if there's much of a reason to keep the firebombs because the only one that was able to use them, Scorpio, is gone. He was kidnapped, but maybe he makes a miraculous return to us. Who knows? So I guess I'll keep it for now, but with the understanding that nobody can use it until we have someone that is not of our ideology join us. Okay. So in terms of moving the laboratory, what we need to do is to rebuild the high-tech research bench and move the multi-analyzer. And they were going to go into this room here, because this room is kind of the right size for tech and research. Now, the only problem is I hadn't originally spec'd this room. I hadn't originally designed this room to have a tunnel down to the maintenance quarters. So I might need to bump out everything to the west a little bit, but that's pretty easy to do. It just means putting in some marble here so I can remove this wall and then maybe move this door over one or something like that. Amun-Ra should be... I'm going to force him to flick the machining table up and then to get rid of the robots that are strewn about, so that we can very carefully remove all advanced tech, because they shouldn't be there, right? Oh, I think he... Oh, he was putting away the material. Got it. I believe it's only those two, memory serves. And the marble's already coming. Then we're going to want to embed the cables more into the wall than they were before. And this will allow us to go around a multi-analyzer. So the idea here is we'll have the research bench, multi-analyzer, and okay, that still needs to overlap. So I need to have Amun-Ra mine something out, which is not really his forte, but that's okay. He'll manage. Alright, so let's update the forbidden area. Good, there's no overlap here. We're not going to lose anyone to going into the lab. Gotta be real careful. And then I think all that's left of our betrayers are the corpses on this stockpile. So I'll get Maxu to start cremating them. It's also worth mentioning that there has been an update to the Alpha Memes mod to have different funeral types. So there is a mummification funeral type where you mummify a body in fabric and it creates like an art piece. And then there is also a pyramid burial. The reason why I haven't installed those or changed my ideology to incorporate those is the mummification prevents you from ever being able to resurrect. So it might be fine in the case of Brady here or Darzan, who aren't planning on being resurrected. But someone like Shelbo, who I do intend to resurrect at some point, it wouldn't make sense to do a mummification because it would prevent future resurrection. And then the reason not to do a pyramid burial is kind of like cremation, where you just shove them into a pyramid, which is a sculpture. And then once they're in the pyramid, their corpse disappears, making it literally impossible to ever resurrect them in the future as well. So that's why I haven't incorporated those two. It might be possible for members of our community that I never really intend to resurrect to get pyramid burials or mummification burials, and I can poll you about that shortly. All right, what I'm doing right now is I'm going to open up the viewer submitted ideas for future goals. So build the new, move into the new tech lab and suggest goals. There you go. Don't suppose they fixed the music you can't turn off? I've turned it off at the start of the stream, but no, it's not fixed. I'm going to see if we can't just go off of one septic tank instead of opening up another one. Looks like we're getting a little bit of steel here, but Amun-Ra still has so much work to do. He is a busy god. As far as anyone else knows. Making robes and clothing and building the lab. He needs a lot of help. Oh, speaking of help, we've got the Alliance of Bonzo. They're a mix of melee and range. And I currently have a valid path, deadfall trap, entryway for them, so I don't think that they're going to be able to get in very easily. I would like to try to Manhunter Pulse the hippos before they get in. There we go. Because it eases up the amount of steel that I need, which honestly helps a huge amount in the long run. Let's see if I can't also get a pulse on... yeah, here we go. A pulse on the wildebeests. Okay, closing the gate so that the hippos don't actually come into me. And it's funny to see a bison die to bison-like creatures. I like it. Oh no, he's not dead. Staggering ugly, nimble, and sickly, and quick sleeper, gritty, and kind. With no ear and no ear. Wow. That's eerie. I have no regrets. I'm shameless. Who should get the sidecasting? So animatry linking could be Guero for 6, Firefly for 3, or Maxu for 1. And let me type this up. So Firefly for 3. And because Manhunter Pulse is very short-lived, yeah, these creatures are already not trying to eat me. So that's good. Now, there is a volcanic winter happening right now, which means that I'm probably not going to be able to grow very easily. And my guess is most of the people in the colony right now are sleeping in the cold as a side effect of the volcanic winter. But there's not that much I'm going to be doing about that. So animal haulers. Let's get them hauling. I also need to update the animal hauler zone, because a lot has changed since the last time I allowed them to haul. That looks about right. So currently I don't have them given access to the Forbidden Technology Room, but I might change that in the future. We will see. And then let me make sure Forbidden Zone is still correct. I guess technically the Forbidden Zone could include the exterior walls for repair. But you cannot include the interior walls because of the way that pawns learn to path. So if you, for instance, included like an interior wall like this, they might stand on the outside of it or on the inside of it, and you don't know which unless you use a mod that, you know, and I don't have mods that prevent that, so got to be real careful about that. And then we also have Inside Forbidden, and I'll add the interior walls as well. There. That should be fine. Alright, so the animal haulers are now hauling. I'm hoping that that some of these creatures collapse and we can butcher them and eat them. And hey, I'll be Mayan. Hi, bye. Thanks for lurking. Thanks for 3 years. And thank you for helping to fix up the Android tiers mod. LB Mayan I was trying to fix it so that androids wouldn't spawn normally, and I wasn't getting very far, and then he pointed me in the right direction. So, cheers to you, dude. Alright, now the question that I have is, why are my constructors not really constructing? I guess Mike was already traveling over there. And right now what I'm doing is I'm having Amon-Ra. Whoa, sandstone. Having Amon-Ra work on the lab. So there's no reason to have any part of this lab roofed up anymore. Although, I don't think it's going to be possible to unroof the geothermal generator. Just because that doesn't work. And then putting down some concrete. Pathing. And then eventually conduit. Did you actually build that, though? No, you didn't actually build that. I'm trying to nest the conduit in the wall so that there's not a possibility of the wrong people seeing it. You saw Family Friendly and RimWorld at the same time. You're wondering how that's possible? Well, it is possible. We are a pretty ethical bunch here. But even when I commit war crimes, I won't, you won't hear me cussing or anything like that. That's primarily what I mean by family friendly. Alright, still need to haul some of the jade out. And I don't really need to haul very far. I just need to make sure that it is outside of the lab so that someone else can haul it. And we're still working on the power conduiting. There's a lot more conduit to be done. Poor Amon-Ra has to do this all alone. Guerrero's been waiting forever? Yeah, alright, so this one's going to Firefly, and Guerrero's not going to get that 6 anytime soon. Or at least not yet. Maybe he'll be next. But I think it is bedtime for Ra. Yeah, it is. Let's see if I can't find any of the new chatting things. No, not really. Yeah. Spoke with Marvelous Mike about the future of the Ammonites. Nice. Talked with Maxu about the future of the Ammonites. Nice. I like it. Lore conversations. What I want. Yeah, last time Guerrero got Berserk, which is going to be an insanely useful sidecast. That's why I have his side focus up to max. Making sure that I can use as many Berserks as possible. Now, he's not going to be allowed to use sidecasting equipment, because obviously that would be reserved for Amon-Ra only, which is kind of unfortunate. But maybe I get a tech print. Maybe I get a skill trainer for Berserk at some point. That would be very handy. So my temperature experiments have worked. We are generating enough cold from all of these coolers because now that we have the geothermal generator, we can afford to keep all these coolers going full tilt. That the kitchen is frozen. That opening this door leaks enough cold air. Well, okay, that's not exactly how it works, but has chilled the kitchen area enough that the vegetables in here won't spoil anymore, which is great because that's been annoying. I'm going to turn everyone on high priority forced haul, so that we can get the pemmican stored where it belongs. And final, thank you for the raid. Welcome. Playing Minecraft. What flavor? Not that I really know the flavors all that much. But hello again to you. Man, it is hard to get Amon-Ra focused on doing the thing that I wanted him to be doing. I need him building and mining and stuff, and he's just not. He's like, nah, don't feel like it. Alright, so we did say that Firefly was next up. There we go. And Amon-Ra is going to be back to working on this laboratory. It might be helpful if I actually had a light here, though. Let me get one of those. Another thing that I want to do, obviously, is to deep freeze the laboratory so that, well, the deeper laboratory so that we don't have an issue with bugs. I should have ran a prediction for the combat or not. Chaos skip, nice. Firefly, nice. I could dig that. That'll work for me. All right, rerouting the power now so it looks pretty. And then I'll update the zone yet again. Where are you going with that, dude? Oh man, it's going the long way. Are their clubs made of steel? No, they're made of uranium. It's about the equivalent. It's the DPS of a uranium heavy club is about the same as a plasteel longsword of excellent quality. They're not underpowered, I'll put it that way. Because I have had some comments inquiring about why clubs, and the easy answer is because they're amazing. Chaos Skip is my favorite psychic power. No, regular Skip would be a lot stronger in my opinion. Regular Skip, Berserk, those are the big ones for me. Berserk Pulse is also, you know, pretty amazing. But I don't expect, the only issue with Berserk Pulse is it requires a lot of, side focus, so it's very expensive to do at times. Alright, and then to move this lab, it looks like I'm also going to have to smooth the floors. And unfortunately that is left up to Ra here to do. But he'll manage. He's a big boy. The downside is it makes you look like a bunch of cavemen. I would absolutely update our weapons if it was proposed and voted on. And right now I'm actually calling for people to suggest goals. So if you want to use channel points to go, hey, make some plasteel swords, I would. All you have to do is propose it as a goal. That's it. Just that simple. All right, the septic tank is up to about 50% capacity. Looks like it will hold. All right, what else could we be doing right now? The traps are all set. Oh, the wildebeest need to be unforbidden. And the hippo. Let me just unforbid all. And this hippo is downed. Probably... Here, Seabass, could you just quickly pop this hippo anew? It was surviving, but not anymore. Hunting, of course, is really difficult to do when you have melee only, so you have to take advantage where you can. Oh, don't start social fights with Guero. He came very close to punching your torso out. So that's good. And then also, Kynan, now you have Tattered Apparel, and Amon-Ra has to be the one to replace that, so that's annoying. Techwolf, you do know that uranium's best for blunt weapons, plasteel best for sharp. So I don't know if you really want uranium swords, as they are an expensive material for a bad blade. But hey, if that's what you honestly mean, I guess that's fine. Alright, I ought to fix the home zone here. There's a lot of home zone fixing. Actually, now that it occurs to me, we don't even want the barricades as fixed, because when the whole thing's on fire, we don't want to go out there and put it out in any circumstance. So I'll keep the doors unhome zoned. So that looks about right. And then we have to shut these doors and then unroof the path. Well, you know what? This is missing. Oh no, I left those out on purpose so that we can traverse the area more easily. Yeah. Alright, so what I'm doing right now is I'm just, I'm preparing both sides of the fire trap for raiders. But because I've changed some of the settings of the series, we shouldn't have the sort of super mega ridiculous raids that we were getting before. They're probably really. You hit my high-tech research bench with fire, with lightning. That's cute. Banished Puppet and Tangier, thank you for the resubs. Could I remove someone's eyes and have them be a cleaner? No. They're not allowed to be in advanced technology, around advanced technology, full stop. Oh, you know, it's because these are plugged in. Let me flick them off so they stop catching fire. Or Amon-Ra, how about you just move the analyzer? And Devin just got hit by lightning. Alright, everything where the steel tiles were can be replaced with just concrete, because that's now just a generic utility closet. Guero and I don't know, Kynan has not been patched up yet. But it was a social fight, so serves you right. And now we're starting to get enough steel to replace the deadfall traps. So that's one of the issues that we've been having, is we've been very heavily leaning into our deadfall trap entryway, which costs a lot of steel, and we're running out of terrestrial steel, so we're going to have to start to quarry for it, which takes a little bit longer and is less reliable. Should I double wall the service closet? Possibly. One of the things that I was planning on doing is actually moving things around, possibly into the lab here, so that the service closet can just be a geothermal generator area. But again, you can propose that as a project. So if you want it double walled, you know, you've but to ask. Okay, so these powered off because the cables don't run far enough. Sorry, Amon-Ra, this is kind of an emergency. I didn't realize that moving the vanometric power cell one tile would cause that, so let's make sure our food doesn't rot. There we go. We're good there. Okay, I'm going to pause the viewer-suggested goals here and pull you all for them. So give me 1 second, typing them up. A new goal. We have make plasteel swords. Make uranium swords. I'll include both, because I don't know. Scorpio, I'm going to refund you because yours is sort of a duplicate. Build a mausoleum. Dead Cold, I'm rejecting yours because that's not allowed in the game's rules. I'm actually going to unpause it because I've had to reject a bunch of them. And Shivru, we already have that. Well, okay. Tame more animals for combat, I guess, would be sort of the TLDR of your suggestion. And then make... So, Kanata, there's no such thing as bronze. So, plasteel, okay, yeah. I've had to reject a whole lot of them because either they're against the rules of the series or they're just duplicates, triplicates of the same idea. So, wow, my multi-analyzer almost went poof. So yeah, the viewer suggestion inbox is still open. Till we get just a few more. Wow, Amon-Ra, this is the construction task you're working on? How about not? Someone else can do that. That's grunt work. Did I get the Jade Pyramid built? No, Kynan is still working on it, and Kynan is wounded right now. So I guess I'll tend Kynan with the only decent doctor I have. It's a lot of running, Kynan. Stop getting into fights. Who started that fight anyway? Guero did. Okay. Well, that's fine. And then Kynan decided to get out of the hospital bed as Amon-Ra ran all the way across town to treat her. She's like, all right, I'm leaving. Now that the doctor has arrived, I'm out. So the animals on this tile, there aren't many. Just a few rhinos and a wildebeest. 2 hippos. It would be kind of difficult to do the taming ferocious animals for combat pets. Not to say I wouldn't try. Okay, you stop removing the roof. I almost need to, like, prevent Amon-Ra from working over here. So I think this is all, yeah, this is all set up and done. It's ready to go. The lightning trap. So the top half is armed, and the bottom half is ready after the top half burns. And here's our brand new laboratory. It's clean. It's somewhat heated. It's private. And Fairy just gave birth, so we have another elephant somewhere. Or donkey? I thought Fairy was a... Hang on, I meant to butcher those donkeys. Yeah, we definitely have an elephant somewhere. Sticking the elephant in the pasture now. That means raffle timer's up. So good luck. Subscribers in my chat that are active as the raffle timer at the top right is up are eligible to win the new elephant. Yoda Pets? My pleasure. Alright, I'll take one more viewer submitted goal. If you guys want to submit one more goal, give it to me, dudes. And then I'll pull them all. Pull you all for them. What to do next. Well, also, we'll kick off the Festival of Koyak. Never missed a festival. I hydrate just as I hydrate. Cheers twice over. Okay, it's getting up to 60%. I might actually need a second septic. I'll watch for that. Alright, so Amon-Ra is constructing all the wrong things. So I think what I'm going to do is zone restrict him on just like a temporary zone. Just so that he does the things that I'm trying to queue up. Because he's running all around and doing things that I don't need done. Like working construction outside. Okay, so now that utility closet is proper, let's haul some of that steel out. Well, I like that one, Guero. Make a mining outpost. Okay, here we go. New goals. I'm going to refund all of you. So the last one I added was go questing. So we do have two outstanding quests. One is a space drone intel hack, and then the other is a venerated databank. And that would be information about the Taz hammer, which is the next relic that we're hunting for. Does the rest of the colony benefit from tech they don't see? Yes. In some cases, yes. So, for instance, if you take a look at our kitchen here, they can't see the freezers, right? They can't see these coolers because they're behind a wall of vents. But the freezer is frozen. Or another example would be this heated marble swimming pool. They don't know where the water comes from. They don't know where the heat comes from. But it is a heated swimming pool. They have no concept of how it works, but they're offered it. So yeah, there's a lot of cases where they're directly benefiting from technology, even though they don't see the technology. So that is a thing. So Amun-Ra, removing the roof over the hallway. And now cabling the rest of the lab, which is what I wanted him to do. Good, good, good. And then I will eventually get to the coolers too. So I think what I'm going to do is start on 4 coolers and then see if I need to scale up from there. Hippo self-tame. Oh, I have bad news for you. I'm going to create a new zone here called Slaughter. Hey, Hippo. I have no idea how you're trained. Wow, hippos can haul? Did not know that. But you're going to go to the Slaughter Zone. Okay, make a mining outpost is the winning option. So, let me quickly explain mining outposts, or any outposts. You create an outpost on the overland tile, and it automatically generates things that you would normally mine for, and delivers them to your colony. So, the outpost delivery spot, I will set up to be there, so that we automatically deliver outpost stuff here. It helps to set up the mining outpost with pawns that have the skills related to the outpost. So for mining, obviously it would be mining skill. And they just have to sum total up to a certain number. So we have to decide on who gets sent to the mining outpost. And I'm going to be polling you all for that. I'm going to leave out our title holders. So I'm just going to be typing out the other people in the colony here. So Mike has a mining of 13. And then he is in a... No, that's an X. Never mind. Kynan with a mining skill of 3. Squeakums with a mining skill of 5. Aviator 10, mining skill of 16. Oh, quest available, Unknown Nomads. Seabass 2, Godfather 3. And then Sabin 1. Okay. There we go. And the raffle. Going to Kiwa. Congrats. My little elephant friend. Wherever you are. Oh, more donkeys joined? Is this recent? No. Okay. That's where those donkeys came from. And then we also have the Festival of Koyak, which we should kick off before people leave for the outpost. And then Unknown Nomads, 5 of them approaching. So here they are. Trebo, Clam, Rhino, Heron, and Mantis. And we're also going to have another raffle timer for the 5 refugees that we just brought in. So we really haven't had the opportunity to open up our hotel stuff because the refugees keep showing up. Guess the world is full of turmoil and requires us to accommodate. So we have a beautiful, fast learner, mining, crafting art. Not bad. Not bad at all. Oh, other things that I need to do is forbid them from going into forbidden areas. And then I'm going to put everyone on meals for now. Wow. So there's Clam, who's a body purist cannibal, who's also a goat juice addict, meaning that he has goat juice on him, which is interesting. Hearing loss, cataphract frail. Rhino, a bad heart, arm scar, plants, chemical interest, tortured artist, misogynist. Okay. Well, hypersensitive, greedy, wimp. And then Mantis, brawler, nimble, tough. Oh, wow. That is a hell of a combination. Mantis here would absolutely rip off the heads of her significant others, wouldn't she? Dang. That is god tier right there. Let's hope she doesn't betray. Oh, man. Yeah, Brawler Nimble Tough is like someone that you don't want to cross. Dear Lord. I've never seen such a combo like that. And they're here for 12 days, so a little less than a season. Not my dandelions! And now that everybody is awake, let me kick off a Festival of Koyak. And I will invite the new people to join me, but I do need more kneel pillows to do so. So that is a macho goal. Oh. Could you... Sabin, how did you even rip off a finger? You're, like, so disabled yourself. Love of God, these guys are ripping each other a new one. Alright, so what was I doing? I was, Macho was making the nail pillows. Yeah, that's right. Alright, Amun-Ra, you should stop constructing. Aviator, you have 23 hours to live because your pinky fell off. Get to the hospital. And then I have been working on other people to be doctors. I guess Guero, well, let me give work priorities to the new guys, because they're doing doctoring, and I'm not entirely sure they should be. So you can doctor, you can animal handle, you can grow and plant cut, you can... Oh, they don't like mining, it pisses them off. Well, quarrying, then. A little workaround. What are you doing, Amun-Ra? Oh my god. No more of that. Go research or something. Another hippo self-tamed. Well, they're not known to be all that intelligent creatures. So, there goes another one. So it looks like you guys want to send Mike Squeakums and Aviator 10. I'm going to leave that up for reference, so I don't forget it. But obviously, the poll is finished. So, there. More ambrosia? I don't think we need more ambrosia. Game. The amount of ambrosia that Randy has offered me would make Hedonism bot blush. So is everyone ready to attend? We have the kneel pillows. Yeah, here we go. Cheers. Some of my guests are having major breaks. I'm going to set them up to just mostly recreate they'll work when they want to. They're refugees after all. They've had hard lives. They deserve a little relaxation. So I still need to set up the lab. There's still some cabling left to be done. Some air conditioners. That kind of stuff. And a possibility of a Wanderer join. Okay, so the first person I'm going to raffle off, incapable of dumb labor. Oh, okay, all right. You are tribal, though. That's cool. Is going to be Willow. Willow's a brand new member. Seems to me like Willa is going to share a bedroom with Godfather, because she's going to be a cook. So this little room might need to be expanded. And she'll belong to Dem Tacos. Well, a cook named Tacos, that works for me. All right, next up, Trebo is Tech Wolf. Pit Boss. Your name is Clam Pit Boss Minyoka. Okay. Hey, there's a Glitch. Glitch is the tortured artist, chemically interested misogynist. Sorry, Glitch. You drew short straw there. Shivaru. Don't you have a pet? No, it doesn't really matter. You are Heron, the wimp, the greedy wimp. And then last but not least, Orton Nenslow. You are the very scary brawler, who also happened to show up without a weapon, which is interesting. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld False God, which originally streamed live on Twitch July 9th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com or the description of this video will have a link to Discord. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel. I'll catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Ammonites.